And the winner of the 2026 Mustangs Female Rookie of the Year is Sydney Cowan, basketball. Sydney immediately made an impact on the court with her offensive skill set and defensive competitiveness. She scored 20-plus points in 9 games, led the team in scoring in 14 games while regularly being guarded by the opponent's best defender. Her work ethic and drive were recognized as she was named both OUA and U Sports Women's Basketball Rookie of the Year.
Joined now by our Rookie of the Year. Oh, by the way, the OUA Women's Basketball Rookie of the Year and the U Sports Women's Basketball Rookie of the Year, Sydney Cowan. Sid, thank you first and foremost. Congratulations on all the awards, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
I know for you, it's got to be, and I've when talking to Nate, your head coach, Nate McKibben, and I kind of said to him a couple days after, I think it was a day or two after the awards, our award show, I said, well, Nate, was she surprised? And he said, Ryan, she was shocked with the OUA Rookie of the Year. And after that, she was just, over the top with everything. You do know how fantastic of a year you had, right? Or is this just your general humble nature sort of thing?
It was a great year. And it was a lot to take in. So there are a lot of other great rookies in the OUA. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Staying humble, it is what I like to do, but I was also honest. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. There was a lot of great competition. And when I got the OUA, I didn't realize what that meant moving forward. I thought that was kind of where you stop, right? And I was happy with that. That was great. I was really proud of myself for that. So then when it went to Canada and then the Western one too, that was just it was a lot to take in. It was surreal. And I feel like I didn't really process it until all of it was done. And I could actually reflect on wow, that was quite a season I had. And I'm just really proud of myself because it just kind of reflects the work I put in, and wouldn't have been able to do that without my coaches and my teammates and the support they had with me. So yeah, I guess I was not prepared to get it at first, but no, I'm really glad I did.
Now, when you talk to, and that's the other thing that I think that some people may sometimes forget is that you're also a first-year university student. I know talking to students at large, and I'm very, very grateful of my student staff. Anytime that I get student staff that come in and they're in their first year, they get about halfway through the season, they're through the semester, they realize how tough the school part of it is. For you, you're dealing with the school part of it, plus the basketball part of it, plus, oh, by the way, you're also kind of the star player on a very talented team, but you're coming in and making an impact early. Usually people they sit, they wait, they maybe wait for an opportunity. You were in there right away making things happen. Was that by design or was that by opportunity sort of thing?
I definitely say it was by opportunity. Coming in, it was definitely going to be a change and a shift. But I was excited for something new. So coming in, there were a lot of veteran players and second-year players on our team who I was excited to learn from. So finding my place on the team was something I was trying to figure out at first. And finding my voice as well was something I was working on doing. So learning from players like Renee and Emily, who had been playing basketball for so long, was really a blessing. And as well as, like I said, having the confidence and belief from Nate and Meg for me to go out there and perform was really huge for me. They constantly believed in me. They never told me to hold back. They just constantly told me to keep going, keep shooting, keep doing whatever I needed to do. So yeah, figuring out my spot early on, I would say, was important for my season, and also having the confidence in myself to do it, I say would be the biggest thing. And we had a ton of support on and off the court with the school portion too. Like you said, it's hard to balance, but the support from academic and coaching staff was huge.
Now you're a local, you're local sort of thing. This is a scenario for how big is the Cowan clan that follows the women's basketball team? Because there's a sister element there. There's a family element there. There's the Rambler element there. There's I'm sure the high school element there. at times do you kind of look over and go, yeah, that whole section over there, those are my people.
Yeah, it's actually, like, funny sometimes at home games, like, my team will say, like, "Wow, it's just Sydney's family in the stands." Like, there's no one here but Sid's family, so but, yeah, staying home was a huge support system for me. I'm a huge homebody, so having the support, like, my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents, my mom, and my sister was really big for me, especially with the schooling part as well, it was big. But no, having them in the stands was really great, and then Ramblers obviously gave me a great, like, leeway into, uh, sports here at Western because without that, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunities, especially from my coaches at Jewel. And then high school too, I went to MTS, so having a great coaching staff there and great teammates was also a big way for me to get looks here at Western. And I always felt like I kind of knew I was going to come here secretly, but no, I was really glad to have ended up here and be able to continue to have the support from my family at home.
For the record, we're really happy that you're a homebody because you wanted to stay here. Because I know, even talking to Nate initially when that whole recruit process was happening, I remember him saying, I'd really like to get Sid, and I hope we're getting Sid, and we think we might get her, but she's pretty good, and there's probably some options there. So were you keeping that close to the vest sort of thing, just until you made it official sort of thing?
I mean, like, I was obviously looking at other places. I was really open to it. I wasn't sure it was like gonna happen. Other schools, it was really great to go look at them. Love some other coaches too, but I just felt like at Western, once again, I'm a homebody, so I was really happy to stay at home, and I love the coaching staff and team here. So that's just ultimately why I chose to stay.
We've got to go to, you had a bunch of highlights this year, but we've got to go to the buzzer beating 3-pointer, which was I would say almost arguably, if not the viral moment of us, of our kind of content for the year. You got a little bit of love from everywhere. Did you have to turn the phone off for like a little bit of time just to like get a few moments sort of thing? Because you said very humble, but when you're dropping, a buzzer beating 3-pointer off an inbound and the celebration that went with it, does it still kind of get the goosebump effect going on when you think about it?
Yeah, for sure. That was a crazy moment. Not only for me, but like that was a pivotal moment for our team against Carleton, Ottawa, two top teams. And beating them that weekend was huge. And the buzzer beater was just like a little cherry on top, I guess. But no, it was huge. Like there I got a lot of love and support back from that, from people I haven't talked to in a long time and people who's have always supported me. So it was really cool. It was definitely a lot on my phone, like the different videos and like I just saw it from like every angle, I think. But no, sometimes I still watch that video back and it just like it makes me feel good just because of all the energy and everyone was happy. Everyone was just involved. So it was really cool just to have that moment and be able to watch it back when I want to.
Clearly some sort of a plan to set play scenario. Do you remember the feeling and emotions of it, or was it just you knew it was close to the end, you knew you were going to get the ball, and if you got the ball, shoot and wait and hope sort of thing? Or is this just you're a pretty solid 3-point shooter too? This isn't just some people you see they get the ball just huck it sort of thing. There was a process there.
Yeah, so actually, if I recall correctly, I don't think it was planned for me to necessarily get the ball. I think we were supposed to look for an inside look because we were only down by one, so we just needed like a two. So I think we were looking for like a layup or mid range. So I there wasn't a planned spot for me to be in. I went to a spot where I thought I would get an open look, and then Renee made the great pass, and it just went in. I don't know. But yeah, our team, we just ran the play and hoped for the best, and it worked out. So
Let's go to I feel like it is for some people I say let's go to the award show. For you it was award season. So I know with the OUA awards and the OUA awards, they kind of, it's announced, some coaches elect to tell their athletes ahead of time, some coaches don't. I know your coach likes to make sure that I let him know if I know before he knows. What awards did you know beforehand, and what were you thinking and feeling? Or did you kind of go with I would like to be surprised and we'll just go from there?
yeah, so I definitely did not want to be surprised. I wanted to know. But I knew about the OUA one about a week before it was released, and our coaches said just to kind of keep it on the low for a week. I found that a very hard secret to keep, but I was able to tell my mom and sister and told them they couldn't tell anybody either. So that was also hard for them. But yeah, I knew about that one the week before, and then that came out, and I was like I said, I was like, oh, okay, that's like it from here. I was like happy, I was content. And then about like maybe a week later, or not even a week, like a couple days later, Nate and Meg called me into their office and were like, so you got U Sport Rookie of the Year too. And I was like, oh wow. And then they're like, but you have to keep this a secret for another week too. And I was like, okay. So then I went and told my mom and sister again. I'm like, but you guys can't tell anybody. And then that they, they did not like that either, but we're proud of me, of course. So then that one came out when I was actually at Quebec.
Mhm.
Like I didn't even tell my teammates I was getting it until I was there. So that was kind of
Little
cool.
selfie from Quebec. Hey guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Was posted on Instagram, and then they were like, "What?" But yeah, and then yeah, I think the Western one, I also wasn't even entirely sure if I would get that one. But like that one I was shocked at the time. I didn't know before or anything. So that one was kind of element of surprise. But very grateful to have received all these. There's a lot of cool experiences. Quebec was really cool. And it was nice to meet new people there. So yeah, I'm just really grateful for this past season.
Sounds like different elements altogether. For the OUA one, you know ahead of time, you tell a select few, and it's a social media thing. And then the U Sports, you're out with the best players in the country, sort of thing. I know none of them are more special than the other, but is it a little different when you had the teammates around for Mustangs awards and you're the Western Rookie of the Year? And I'm sure that was I get the absolute joy of being the MC the last couple of years, and my favorite is when we announce the winner and you just hear this, like you can close your eyes and know exactly what area of the room certain teams are in.
Yeah, for sure. Quebec was really cool, obviously being surrounded by those great players and coaches. But being able to be in our home gym where we play, and to have won that award surrounded by my teammates, it was a lot of fun. They obviously were cheering louder than anybody in that gym. So it was just really cool to have them be there for one of them and like find it out with me, if that makes sense. It was just a really nice and special moment to share with them.
And this program has obviously a very long lineage, sort of thing. You're only the second Mustang to win Rookie of the Year besides Amanda Anderson, who, is the legend of the program, sort of thing. So that's got to feel extra special as well.
Yeah, really cool for sure. Like I said, it's a big honor. Like I seriously didn't process it until it was over and Nate was telling me about Amanda Anderson. No, it's really cool and it's surreal. I honestly don't have many words to say about it. I'm proud to be up there with one of the greats at Western. And I'm sure we'll continue to have people and young women come out of this program doing same or better things, I hope.
And how much are you excited? And I know this is the thing, you guys are into summer mode, and especially for student athletes, as much as I say summer mode, everybody's usually got a training session and extracurricular activities and sort of thing. Nobody's putting their feet up and just relaxing for like 3 or 4 months sort of thing. How much work is the summer going to be, and how excited are you for next season as well?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I mean, we got a great program planned by our fitness trainers and coaches to get shots up and runs in and just lift up throughout the summer. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm excited. And I know putting in that work is going to help our team next year. And I'm excited for the new players we have coming in, and the returning group we have. I think we're going to be able to compete really well in the league next year and potentially be a top team. So putting in that work over the summer, getting in shape, getting stronger, it's going to be huge for us. And I know we have a lot of support to do that.
And is it going to be weird to go from the newcomer to the Rookie of the Year, who almost like jettisons into like almost a veteran status pretty quickly, sort of thing?
Yeah, I think it'll definitely be a different role. I love my time as a rookie and being the youngest on the team, but I'm also excited to be a second year, be one of the older players that some of the younger players can look up to and go to for advice, because I've learned from some of the best. So I'm excited to continue to pass that advice down.
and just continue to make highlight reel shots and, stuff like that, and, lead the team
Hopefully,
in points
yes.
and all that kind of fun stuff, right?
That would be ideal.
Sid, thanks for this. I know it's a busy time. I appreciate a few minutes of your time, and congratulations on all the awards, and we'll look forward to seeing you next season.
Thank you. Thank you. Me too.